Fifth walk-off win of the year. And let's be honest, there's a million different directions we can go with this. But that was one entertaining game. Border battle, round 3. Now the Brewers have the advantage. They win 7-6. Another walk-off from Luis Urias. Let's reminisce. Let's have some fun with this one.
You are Locked On Brewers, your daily Milwaukee Brewers podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good morning, wherever you may be listening from. Today is Wednesday, July 27th. I'm Dominic Cotroneo. This is Locked On Brewers, your only daily podcast for the Brewers all season long, right here wherever you get your pods or on YouTube, where the video version of these podcasts are posted as well. I'm a statistician of Bally Sports Wisconsin. I'm at just about every single game. Was right there next to Brian Anderson and Bill Schroeder last night. And let's unpack what was a wacky game. Ethan Small versus Dylan Bundy, and neither one of them factored into the decision. A lot of action in the first 5 innings, then it got quiet, and then the 9th inning had a lot of action again too. Even the 8th inning had a lot of action. But in the end, it is Luis Urias who wins it for the Brewers in this one. We're going to recap the game because there's a lot that went down in this one in the first segment. We're going to talk about a few plays that I want to highlight. Yes, we're going to talk about Christian Yelich. We're going to talk about the video that I tweeted yesterday of maybe a slight swing adjustment from him. We're going to talk about Ethan Small plenty as well, and then get you ready for today's YouTube game. Yes, YouTube. Not on Bally Sports Wisconsin today. It is still on radio. Still got Uke, still got Jeff, but it is only televised on YouTube. So that'll be Scott Braun and Dan Plesac today. Same start time, 1:10. But don't go to Bally Sports Wisconsin and then tweet to Bally Sports Wisconsin saying, "Where's the game?" No, this is a YouTube game. All right, so this is a Major League Baseball thing, not a Bally thing. It's all good. Anyway, let's just jump into the recap, because if you went to bed early, if you didn't stay up for this one, I understand. It's a weeknight, things of that nature. It started off about as poorly as it could have started off for Ethan Small, making his second big league start. I was kind of worried already hearing about, I think I'm going to be less nervous than I was at Wrigley. Of course, making his first big league start there at Wrigley Field, but you could definitely see some nerves, and who could blame him when the first 2 batters you're going to face in the big leagues are Byron Buxton and Carlos Correa, perennial all-stars to start things off. And Buxton, 4 pitches into the game, hit a ball that still hasn't come down. And then 3 pitches after that, Correa tags 100 million mile an hour line drive to left center field for a double for him. So 2 batters into the game, he's given up already 1 run, a loud double by Correa, and you're thinking, man, what the heck is he going to do from here? Kudos to Small. He gets a strikeout on 3 pitches to Polanco, gets some bad luck from Luis Urias. This is one of the plays you may have forgotten about. Luis Urias had a chance to get a ground ball to help out his pitcher, given how poor of a start it was for Ethan Small. Ground ball to third, and he backhands it, but he makes a low throw to first. Rowdy couldn't save him. It was a tweener hop. An error put runners on second and third with only 1 out. And now you're thinking, oh no. There's been so much loud contact. Here comes Jose Miranda, who is one of the rookies that, obviously being in the American League, we don't get to talk about him all that much, but he is certainly, deserving of all the praise. Julio Rodriguez is going to run away with American League Rookie of the Year, but it doesn't mean we can ignore the rookies like Alejandro Kirk with Toronto and Jose Miranda here with Minnesota. They've had incredible years too. So you got a guy with a knack for contact coming up in a run-scoring situation, runners on second and third, and a little lazy fly to left. It looked like it had a chance to drop, but Yelich makes a great play, slides, they double off the runner on second and Kyle Garlick. That was a massive play to get Small out of that first inning. Brewers weren't able to respond in the first, but they did respond in the second inning. They get 4 runs across. They bring 10 batters to the plates. Back-to-back hits against the shift on little bloopers. Then the blast by Hunter Renfroe. It's his 4th homer in his last 5 games. He is absolutely white hot right now. A 3-run homer gives the Brewers a 3-1 lead. They added another later in the frame thanks to an RBI double from Christian Yelich. That was awesome. More on him a little bit later. So it's 4-1 Brewers through 2 innings. Ethan Small could not get the shutdown inning in the third. He gives up a leadoff double to Byron Buxton. That was with an 0-2 count, mind you. But he gets Correa to pop out, allows a walk to Polanco, strikes out Garlick, so you're thinking, okay, he's got a chance to get out of this frame. But there's that guy again. Jose Miranda doubles down a left field line. That makes it a tie game, 3-3. Brewers once again respond at the bottom of the first. What a night for Luis Urias, a solo homer to left field, his 11th home run of the year. It was the third time that the Urias brothers have homered on the same day, as Ramon with the Orioles hit a go-ahead home run in the bottom of the 8th inning in that game. So they both had the game-winning RBIs in their games too. Love that for the brothers. Viva Mexico. I'm half Mexican if you didn't know. So that was really cool. 4-3 Brewers lead now through 3 innings. Quiet in the 4th for both teams. Then in the 5th inning, the Twins attack, and it all started from a 2-out walk from Trevor Gott. He's in a weird funk right now, just like Jandel Gustave. Gustave got back on track, though, in yesterday's game with a 1-2-3-6. But a 2-out walk to Kyle Garlick expanded the inning in the 5th, then gives up a bloop single by Miranda again, and then Urshela, a line drive home run to center field, a 3-run shot, and you blink, and all of a sudden, it's a lead again for the Twins. They now lead by a score of 6-5. But Colton Wong, his first home run in a while for him, a shot to right field off of Joe Smith. That makes it 6-6. Then the offense got quiet. Both teams' bullpens took over from there. 6th, 7th, and 8th innings were scoreless for both teams. Brewers had a chance in the 8th. More on that a little bit later. They loaded the bases for Willy Adames. He ended up striking out looking. I'm going to explain that sequence in just a second. Then in the 9th inning, Josh Hader had the 9th. Oh, mind you, Devin Williams made it 27 straight scoreless outings. A 1-2-3 top of the 8th inning for him. And Josh Hader had a 1-2-3 top of the 9th against Buxton, Correa, and Polanco. Huge moment for Josh to keep moving forward, also facing the team that just walked off on him last week before the All-Star break. In the bottom of the 9th, the stage was set by a single by Andrew McCutchen with 1 out, then a walk to Colton Wong, and finally Hunter Renfroe comes up. He works a great walk as well. It loads the bases for Urias, who ends up hitting the clutch sac fly down the right field line to win it for the Brew Crew, their 5th walk-off of the year. They win 7-6. That's a generic recap. The win goes to Hader. The loss goes to Tyler Duffy. Neither starter factored into the decision. Just a good old classic 3.5-hour game. Another tight contest. Another walk-off for the Brewers on this homestand. And 28,000 on hand on a Tuesday night for the border battle. I absolutely love that. So a lot of fun to watch that. Let's jump into the actual details and the game within the game of this contest. We're going to talk about some pitch sequencing. We're going to talk about Christian Yelich's new swing in a second. Before I do that, I want to tell you about, you know who it is, Blue Nile. Whether you're ready to pop the question or you're just celebrating something and found an occasion to gift some fine jewelry, you can find jewelry as unique as her with the modern convenience of online shopping at BlueNile.com. Blue Nile has simple online tools that will help you choose the diamond's shape, size, clarity, as well as setting style if you are in the engagement ring market. Blue Nile's bench jewelers will then handcraft the perfect engagement ring, and every single ring is one of a kind. And if you need help choosing, they have experts on hand 24/7 via phone or via chat to help you find a memorable gift at every single budget. Speaking of budgets, right now they are holding their anniversary sale. They have classic fine jewelry pieces 40% off on some of these pieces and 25% off on engagement ring settings. Every order is insured, it ships for free, and it arrives in discreet packaging that won't give away what's inside. Shop stress-free and find your forever piece. Go to BlueNile.com today. The game within the game. Normally after walk-offs, we do 3 or 5 plays that you might have forgotten about. I kind of went over a couple of them that I wanted to mention. Before we do that, let's go back to the 8th inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs, Willy Adames against Jhohan Duran. If you're not familiar with Jhohan Duran, he has been another rookie that hasn't had enough pub about him. He throws 104 miles an hour. He throws a 97 mile an hour splitter and a curveball. What a freak he has been this year for the Twins. He has been their multi-inning closer at times. He's a freak. He's an incredible pitcher. The Brewers made him work, though. Almost every count, especially the last 2, obviously went to full counts, but 3 of the last 4 batters he faced went to a full count against him. All but 1 batter in that 8th inning had 2 strikes against them at the end of the inning, or at the end of the at-bat. He's going to make you work for it. And let's go through the sequence for Willy Adames with the bases loaded in a tie game in the bottom of the 8th inning. He also had the situation in the 6th inning with a man on second and 2 outs where all you needed was a base hit, and he couldn't get the job done there, so you knew he wanted to have some redemption, try to get a base hit here in the 8th inning and try to lock things down for the Brewers. But I was really fascinated by the sequence here for Duran against Adames. Opens up with that splitter, which he had really kind of shied away from after he walked Narvaez with the splitter, and he also allowed the broken bat single by Urias with the splitter. He hadn't thrown it until that first pitch to Adames. Misses with a ball up, then misses with a fastball up at 100 miles an hour. So picture yourself as Willy Adames. He can't find the splitter. You haven't seen the curveball yet. He just walked Yelich on a curveball. The fastball command is gone. Everything the entire inning has been up, has been up, has been up. Okay? 2-0 count. You see a pitch elevated. I'm not swinging at that. Everything's been up. I'm not going to be able to catch up to it. It's 101 miles an hour, and it's called a strike. Whoa, wait a minute. Alex Tazi gives a gift. It was a very inconsistent but big zone. It was generically big. It wasn't like he was missing strikes in the zone. It was more Tazi was expanding, and this was an example of him expanding. That changed the entire complexion of the at-bat. To go from 3-0, and basically in that situation, Willie would be in auto-take mode, saying, I'm not swinging until I get 2 strikes. There's no reason to swing when it's 3-0 in that situation. But instead, it goes to 2-1, and furthermore, now Willie doesn't know what the strike zone is. Now Willie thinks, wait a minute, that pitch was up. And you're telling me that's a strike, and I have to swing at that, and this dude's throwing 101 mile an hour? What am I supposed to do here? And that's exactly what you see on the next pitch. A 99 mile an hour fastball, up and out of the zone to the naked eye, but Willie doesn't know where the zone is, so he has to attack it. He has to swing in case it does get called a strike. He swings and misses. 99. Of course he was late. It's a hard pitch to hit. Now it's 2-2. He takes a high pitch again for a fastball, and it's a full count. Let's go through the sequence one more time. First pitch, splitter. Then the next 4 pitches were all 4-seam fastballs. What do you think he's going to get? You haven't seen the curve, and you saw the splitter miss upstairs. The fastball is his best pitch. Okay? It is his bread and butter. You've already got a swing and miss against the fastball. There is no reason to be sitting on anything other than the fastball or even the splitter because it's 97 still. You have to be ready for velocity. If you see a pitch good enough as a curveball to swing at, cool, go for it. And I have 2 theories about this. The curveball was a good curveball. I know folks see it right down the middle. It was a good pitch. Even if Willie swings at that pitch, he would have to have been ready for it. And number 2, I don't think his catcher was ready for it. It shocked everybody, including Gary Sanchez behind the plate. You saw how he caught that. And the reaction from Craig Counsell was, why is that a strike? Well, it's because he saw how Gary Sanchez almost clanked it. So it was a strike, don't get me wrong. But we were all so fooled by that pitch in that situation when he had it thrown at all that at bat. That's an example of tipping your cap because the dude throws 101 miles an hour. And you're going to tell me you're going to not throw your best pitch on a 3-2 offering and you're going to land it for a strike when you haven't had control this entire inning. Badly fooled. And if you want to say, oh, just put a defensive swing on it. Dude, hitting is so freaking hard. And especially in that situation. I don't blame Willie. I truly believe Gary Sanchez was crossed up and he called a fastball and reacted. Realized, oh my goodness, he threw a curveball. That's why he reacted early, then seemed like he was caught off guard. It shocked everybody. And it's a curveball. Could he have put a defensive swing on it, but he was that fooled. They're big leaguers on the other side too. Okay, and let's take a moment here. Brewers social media. Hey, Brewers Facebook, Brewers Twitter. I need you to look yourselves in the mirror right now, man. You won the game. You won the game. Why are you complaining so much? You won, and the Cardinals lost. As I like to say, as I got this from a post-game host of the Texas Rangers, Jared Sandler, he always tweets, when the Rangers win and the Astros lose, he always tweets the ice cube meme of him driving in his car, today was a good day. Well, today was a good day. The Brewers won, the Cardinals lost. Don't act like everything is going to end and the world is in the sky is falling. There's always something for some people to complain about. Rise above those people. Stay positive, okay? It's a long season. We're not quite yet at August. Trade deadline is less than a week away. A lot is going to change between now and next Tuesday in all of baseball, not just the Brewers. The entire landscape is going to change if something crazy happens. So I wanted to talk about that Willy sequence. Let's talk about Christian Yelich here. 2 hits, doubles, also draws a key walk in that 8th inning to try to extend it for Willy. For Yelich, it's been a weird year. We all know that. He started out white hot, then it seemed like the cycle took out all the positive mojo he had for him. In fact, yesterday was the first multi-extra base hit game for Yelich since that cycle on May 11th. So almost 2.5 months. That's a long time. But for Yelich to have 2 doubles, and not only 2 doubles, but to left center field. Not like out in front, hooked down the right field line. Or not even, against the shift grounders. Those were hard hit balls the other way for Yelich to get things going in the right direction again. For those 2 doubles, the first one was hit at 99 miles an hour off the bat, and the second one was hit at 107 miles an hour off the bat. And I tweeted this, if you don't follow me already on Twitter, at Dom_Catronio. There's a slight adjustment with his batting stance and with his approach. Not using as high of a leg kick, using more of a toe tap. He's also getting the foot down a little bit sooner. Everything else looks about the same. Could this mean something in the future? Maybe. But of the 5 balls that Yelich put in play, 4 of them were fastballs. Now, there were 2 foul balls in here, but the doubles, one double was on a changeup from Dylan Bundy. The other double was on a fastball from Emilio Pagan, and obviously he drew the walk as well later from a flame-throwing righty. It's baby steps. I'm not saying, oh my goodness, playing on the parade right now, but hey, let's just keep an eye on it. Let's circle July 26th as a day to say, hey, in 2 weeks, if we see Yelich just turning it up, I think you can circle 26 as the day that you can credit, like, hey, there might have been something there with that swing adjustment, not using as big of a leg kick, getting the foot down sooner, getting back on time, using the other way again. Yelich coming into the game had the 2nd highest ground ball rate in baseball. That's not what you want to hear. But to see him elevate a couple line drives, I'm all for that. One step at a time. You're going to need Yelich down the stretch. Okay, he ain't going anywhere. Yelich ain't getting traded. He's going to be batting leadoff. He's going to be a key piece. And the sooner he gets hotter and sooner he gets confidence, the better for the Brewers. Thought that was very important. Yes, Rowdy Tellez is in a slump right now. Hunter Renfroe is white hot. Luis Urias, his first 3-hit game of the season. His 2nd walk-off of the week. His 3rd career walk-off. And one last thing. Jonathan Davis. That dude can play some center field. Seems like every ball he has a chance to get to. It does remind me of Lorenzo Cain. Less of Cain in that Cain made it look easy, but you do have that confidence of saying, oh, Davis will get there. There's that great play running forward that it looked like Adames was on. Then Davis was playing so deep he had to come in and get it. Shoestring catch. A couple of catches at the wall. Made a great diving catch to Rob Kirilloff. He can play some serious center field. With Tyrone Taylor's bat being inconsistent, Davis has earned a little bit of playing time. Would love to see his bat be a little more consistent. He did get a base hit and a walk in this game. Even stole a bag too. But it could be a situation where both Tyrone and Davis are going to get equal playing time in center field until somebody really gets hot and takes grip of center field with both hands, because both leave something to be desired, right? Tyrone has the bat, but leaves something to be desired defensively, and Jonathan Davis is the other way around. Great defensively, something to be desired with the bat. A couple quick bullet points I wanted to get to about the game within the game there as the Brewers win this one 7-6. Corbin Burnes gets the ball today on YouTube. You can bet on it at betonline.net. It's the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your favorite sports, including the Brewers, and see about all the news, odds, lines, and games for baseball, golf, MMA, boxing, you name it, they've got it. NFL futures are on there too. BetOnline is the top resource for all your sports wagering information, from live in-game betting, scores, and podcasts. They've got you covered. BetOnline is where the game starts. So Corbin Burnes gets the ball, and as we look at things right now, as I'm pulling up Baseball Reference as we speak, looking at Sandy Alcantara's season, in my opinion, he is still the leader in the clubhouse, if you will, to be the National League Cy Young as of right now. He leads WAR for pitchers at 5.4 WAR, whereas Burnes is 5th at 3.8. He led that last year for the Brewers. But then you dive into deeper in the numbers. Burnes is currently 2nd behind Alcantara. in ERA. Alcantara is leading at 1.81. That's insane. Burns is at 2.20. When you look at total strikeouts, though, Burns has the advantage there. Burns has 149 strikeouts this season. Rodon did pitch last night. He did not have 11 strikeouts, and the Giants lost last night. But Burns is leading the way in the National League for total strikeouts, and Burns is also making his 21st start of the season. And something that I found kind of wild here, looking at strikeouts per nine and looking at some of the rate stats. As we look through the leaderboards here, Burns is tied with Rodon, 11.3 strikeouts per nine. It's shocking to see Alcantara as low as he is at 8 strikeouts per 9 innings. But nonetheless, you're going to get to watch Corbin Burns pitch today on YouTube. He'll be going up against Chris Archer. I saw Chris and our new friend of the pod, Matt Arnold, chatting before the game yesterday. Of course, together in the Rays organization. So Chris Archer getting the ball. He's back from injury yet again. Archer's obviously had a very interesting career since leaving Tampa Bay. This year in Minnesota, a very low-risk, high-reward. He's done decent enough. He'll be making his 17th start, a 3.41 ERA. He's only thrown 66 innings this season. He's got 31 walks in those 66 innings. So a chance for the Brewers to be patient with the right-hander Chris Archer, who is 33 years old now. He's going to turn 34 in September. Feels like he's been in the league forever, since he's been in the league since 2012. So he gets the ball against Corbin Burns. And looking around here in the league right now, again, the Cardinals lost. We're in scoreboard watching season, you guys. Cardinals lost yesterday, 10-3. George Springer hits a grand slam. Vlad Jr. hits a home run as well. Of course, Albert Pujols had to play first base. We're not getting into all that stuff with not having Goldschmidt and Arenado, but an opportunity right now for the Brewers twofold. Number one, take back-to-back games against the first-place team in the Minnesota Twins. And number two, get some help from the Blue Jays, who have won 7 games in a row, and send a message to the St. Louis Cardinals. As things get tighter, things are getting interesting. Again, you're not seeing the Cardinals again until after the All-Star break. After the trade deadline. We're past the All-Star break, obviously. But both the teams could look different, or they're going to look the same. There's only 7 more games head-to-head with the Cardinals. The next set of games won't be until Friday, August 12th. 3 games in St. Louis. The Brewers, in fact, only have 3 road trips in August. They have this one upcoming this weekend in Boston and Pittsburgh, so really only 3 games technically in August for that road trip. Then those 3 games standalone in St. Louis for that series. Then you drive down to Chicago at the end of August, and then fly out west to LA and come back home for 6 after that. So August is going to be very favorable for the Brewers. And after they see St. Louis again, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, August 12th, 13th, and 14th, they won't see them again for another month. Not until a 2-game set back at Busch Stadium, 13th and 14th, a Tuesday, Wednesday. The Cardinals won't be in Milwaukee again until Tuesday, September 27th and 28th. And who knows, by then, it could be decided who has the tiebreaker between these two teams in the head-to-head series. Reminder, they are exactly tied, 6-6 head-to-head. So the winner of these next 7 games, whoever has the advantage at the end of it, in the event the Cardinals and the Brewers are tied with the best record in the National League Central, the tiebreaker is who has the best record head-to-head. There is no Game 163. It matters to create some space and to make sure you have some separation between yourself and those Cardinals. You're now 3 games up on the Cardinals as we speak right now. Wins like that are fun. And there's really no other way to put it. It's been a heck of a homestand. There have been some long games, but man, that was a really entertaining game. I was really happy with the crowd out there. It was fun to watch. Day game today, off day tomorrow. Quick programming note here. We're going to have a regular recap pod tomorrow, talking about the game from Wednesday and some storylines and trade rumors and things of that nature. But going into Friday's episode, we're going to have a mailbag. So Thursday, the off day, you can even send in mailbag questions right now at Locked On Brewers at the time you're listening. Anytime, just send me a mailbag question, and we will read your mailbag episode on Friday. So with no game on Thursday, figure Friday will be a great time to have another mailbag. We haven't had a mailbag since, I think, early July. So we're a little overdue on that. My apologies there. Brewers looking for a 2-game sweep real quick here and a great homestand as they have a chance to go 5-1 on this 6-game homestand. against the Rockies and these Twins before they hit the road for the Boston Red Sox. Mind you, the Red Sox are now in last place in the American League East, which isn't saying much, but it's the first time that a team that is not the Orioles is in last place in July or later since 2017. That's crazy. So the Brewers are getting ready to see the White Sox coming up this weekend. But that's in the future. To now, Archer versus Burns, 110 on YouTube. We'll see you at the ballpark. Hope y'all wave up to the booth. Dan Plesac, the all-time saves leader, will be on the call, which will be fun. He won't be the all-time saves leader for much longer as Josh Hader continues to chase him down. He got a win yesterday, though, so it doesn't help the save campaign. That's it for this episode. Now we're rambling. That was a fun win. I'm still jazzed up about it. That was great. Right back here tomorrow, same time, same place. First listen in the morning. Until then, keep on swinging.
You are Locked On Brewers, your daily Milwaukee Brewers podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.